session by now, and we can start. Welcome once again to everybody who is in this webinar. It's wonderful to see so many people here. Thank you for joining us. Perhaps just a brief introduction on my part. My name is Philipp Öhlmann. I'm the head of the research program on religious communities and sustainable development at Humboldt-Universität Berlin. And it is really a great pleasure to welcome everybody to this webinar, which Humboldt University, the research program on religious communities and sustainable development at Humboldt University, is hosting jointly with the We Care work stream of the Partnership on Religion, International Partnership on Religion and Sustainable Development. We Care is an acronym for Water, Environment and Climate Action. So we are delighted to jointly host this webinar and welcome all of you to this event. Before I keep on talking, I would like to remind everybody that we are recording this webinar and that by the fact that you are participating, you are consenting to this recording, and we are also planning to make this recording publicly available in the aftermath of the event in order to facilitate knowledge sharing with those who are not able to participate in this on this day in these sessions. As I said, it's a great pleasure to co-host this webinar, and I just want to briefly highlight the objectives before handing over to my colleagues from the We Care workstream, Iyad and Najat, to also do a brief introduction on their part. This capacity building webinar has a threefold aim. The first one is to engage in discussions on different aspects of ecological sustainability and to foster a learning experience on the role of ecological sustainability in the theology and the activities of different religious communities and faith-based organizations in Southern Africa. Second, we want to raise awareness for the ecological situation and religious ecological actions of religious communities in Southern Africa. Now, as a third point, what we want to achieve is that we want to contribute to the increasing Southern African religious communities' commitment and engagement for ecological sustainability. And we want to achieve that by facilitating a networking and knowledge sharing event. Now, after this webinar, we seek to make available the recordings, of course, to other people, but we also want to produce a comprehensive report of this event, also highlighting policy recommendations for development policy and practice, but also for governments. And we also want to produce an edited collection with the different contributions of this webinar. And speaking of the different contributions, I just want to mention that we are extremely privileged today to have such an exciting group of speakers with us. We have people from academia, people from religious communities, environmental activists, and we have people from different religious backgrounds. So it's really a fantastic group, and I'm so delighted that all of the speakers that we requested actually accepted the invitation to contribute to this event. This is really quite exciting. On a technical note, first of all, we are recording this. I mentioned this, but we also want to draw to your attention that we would like you to keep your microphone muted if you're not speaking, to avoid any background noises. It is helpful if you enter your real name, but I see this is the case for almost everybody. And we will also be providing a different way of including your comments than the chat function. So I'll mention this just now. So we kindly ask you to not use the chat function unless it's desperately necessary. because it diverts attention from the main speaking, the oral presentations and the speakers. But I'll mention the alternative that we offer just now. But for now, I would like to hand the word over to my colleagues Iyad Abu Mogli and Najat Abdi Mohammed from the PARD Environmental Care Workstream, Water, Environment and Climate Action Workstream. Yeah, I don't know who's starting. Iyad, would you like to start?